yuan, right? Exhibit 4.5, right? Demand has increased. Now, the same time, what happened? Relative interest rate. Same time, when inflation in US rises, so recall that the nominal interest rate, we talked about nominal is equal to real interest rate plus inflation. So in US, inflation rises causes interest rate to rise as well. US interest rate rises as well. So increase in US rates lead to increase in demand for US deposits and decrease in the demand for foreign deposits, leading increase in demand for dollars and increase in exchange rate for dollar. So what happened here? At the same time, because these two are correlated. Sorry. First was the inflation, right? And now the interest rate. So due to inflation in US increases, it causes nominal interest to increase. Now Chinese, we'll see that. Remember our second chapter that capital will flow from low interest rate countries to high interest rate. So they will be, what they are creating, will be converting their yuan into dollars. So demand for dollar rises, right? So in that case, if you see here, sorry, my bad. Increase in US rates, interest rates leads to increased demand for US deposits. People want to save their money with the US banks. Decrease in the demand for foreign currency, which means people won't be needing yuan. Now they will be converting yuan into dollar. Demand for dollar increase. Increase the rate of exchange rate dollar. Exchange rate of dollar increase. So how? So if we see on the, let's go back to our whiteboard. So this is the demand and supply for dollar. So what will happen? Not only, yeah, if you convert it into dollar here, Chinese investor will be selling their yuan, buying dollar. So if this is the market for yuan, yuan selling increased, supply increased. When supply increased, supply shift to the right. Now in this book example, we are taking the example of pound. So don't get confused with this. Simultaneously, we are having shift in both supply and demand. Number first, when inflation rises in when inflation rises in US, inflation in US rises, it causes pound demand to increase. We talked about in our last slide. So demand for pound increase, quantity of pound increase. On the other hand, when inflation in US rises, interest rate in US increase. Demand for dollar rises, but supply of pound rises as well. Now, British are selling their pound, converting into dollars, but this is the market of pound. Supply increases, supply shift to the supply shift to the right. So what happened here? S2 is decreased, supply decreased. How? I think we made a mistake here in understanding. Let's go back and read once again. Here we go. Relative interest rate increase in US rates leads to increase in demand for US deposits and decrease in demand for foreign deposits, leading to increase in demand for dollars, yes. Increase exchange rate for dollars. Oh, okay, you are right. So in US, inflation rises causes pound demand to increase. Why? Because inflation rises, US investor will purchase more Britain goods. When they need to purchase more Britain goods, right? So what happened? They will be converting more dollars into pound. So pound rises, demand increases. Right? You are in US, the perspective changes. You are a US investor. So what happened in US now? Due to higher interest, higher inflation, interest is rises in US. Now, those who are in Britain, of course, they want to invest in US. But your perspective is US. Right now, you are in US. So you will supply more pound, or you want to invest in your country, US, or you want to invest in Britain. Of course, rate is high in your own country, right? So you don't want to supply funds to pound, you want to supply funds to your own currency, dollar. So this is the market of pound. So pound supply decreases. So what happened here? Exchange rate of pound increase. So biggest effect is inflation. Why? Because interest, there is a part of inflation as well. So in just remember one thing, if inflation happens, it causes foreign currency to appreciate. There are two effects. Number one, foreign currency demand will higher. When demand will higher, its rate will be higher. Second, you are in US, you don't want to invest in other country. Why? Because over there, interest rates are lower. In our home country, interest rate is higher. So you supply funds to Britain? No. So Britain supply decreases. Britain currency supply. This is the currency. So many students are confused, like I was confused with the dollars, but the market is for pounds. So pound supply decrease, dollar supply increase. Understand? Oliver? Tiffany?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ian? Lancelot?
Yes, sir.
Do we have Ruji and okay, maybe there's some internet issue. Okay, so if we have no question, I think our time is up. So we are concluding our discussion until here. So remember, we will talk about the income, government control, and expectation in our next class. But remember, exchange rate determination depends on 5 things. Exchange rate is determined, or sorry, exchange rate is determined through supply and demand, and supply and demand equilibrium is affected by inflation, interest, income, government control, and expectation. So today we just talk about two stuff: inflation and interest, because these two are closely related. If inflation increases, it means the money supply in the country is high. So outside world product looks cheaper. So we will buy more, or we import more. When we import more, foreign currency gonna appreciate. Second phase has happened when interest rate is higher. When inflation is higher, inflation is a part of interest as well, nominal interest, and inflation rises, nominal interest is also rising. So flow of capital will flow to there where interest rate is high. So everyone wants to invest in US. So US available supply of US dollar increases, which means foreign currency supply decreases. So we see that the cumulative effect is more stronger in inflation. So remember, whenever inflation is high, foreign currency value appreciate. If we talk about dollar and yuan, and if you are in US, inflation is US rises, causes currency of yuan to appreciate. If dollar comparison with the pound, if inflation in US rises, it causes exchange rate of pound to increase. If inflation in US rises, this causes exchange rate of euro to increase. And if exchange rate of euro increase, which means exchange rate of dollar decrease, right? So I would be uploading the material, and remember, we would be having our assignment 2, which is based on the previous chapter, the money market and all and others. So assignment 2, I will be uploading on our WeChat group. Uploading will be uploaded on our WeChat group and also our Blackboard. Remember, the deadline is next class, but before we start our class. Okay, the same, only handwritten, no typed version. So mostly I would be giving you explanation of the stuff, and that's it. All right, so are we clear?
Yes, sir.
If there is no more question, then we are going to end our session here. No more question? Okay, see you next time. Until then, take care. Stay safe.
Good, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.